I hope all of you are doing good. Let's start today's chapter, decimals. Decimal fractions. The fractions in which the denominators are 10, 100, 1000, etc. that is multiples of 10 are called decimal fractions, or you can simply call them decimals. Consider this figure. The figure is divided into 10 equal parts and one part is shaded, right? As you can see here, only one part is shaded. The shaded part represents 1/10 of the whole. It is written as 1 by 10, or you can also write it as 0.1. So we read this as 1/10 or 0.1. Similarly, if we shade 3 parts, it represents 3/10 and we write it as 3 by 10 or 0.3. Okay, so this is read as 3/10 or 0.3. Now consider the following figure, which is divided into 10 equal parts and out of 100 equal parts, and out of 100 equal parts only one part is shaded. Okay, so if we shade one portion of it, then the shaded portion represents 100 or 1 by 100. Okay, so we write it as 0.01 and read it as 0.01. Okay, if we consider 5 such shaded regions, then the shaded region represents 5 by 100 and we write it as 0.05. Similarly, if we divide an object into 1000 equal parts, then each part is 1,000th of the whole. 1,000 is written in fraction as 1 by 1000. In decimal fractions, 1 by 1000 is written as 0.001. Further, if we take one part out of 10,000 equal parts, it shall be 1 by 10,000 or 0.0001. Right? See, 1 by 10 is 1/10, 1 by 100 is 100th. Okay, TH. 1 by 1000 is 1000 and 1 by 10,000 is 1/10,000th. Now study and understand the following table. 5/10 fraction is 5 by 10 and decimal fraction is 0.5 and this is read as 0.5. Okay, 9/10, 9 by 10, this is the fraction, decimal fraction, and it is read as 0.9. Similarly, this 300, 3 by 100, and this is the decimal fraction and it is read as 0.03. Okay, mixed decimals. A decimal has two parts, a whole number and a decimal part. Between the whole number and the decimal part, a dot is put. The absence of any natural number is shown by 0. Thus, 0.53 can be written as 0.53. Also 58, how can we write 58? We can write 58 as 58.0. Okay, now consider the mixed decimal 25.89. It is read as 25.89. Similarly, this decimal is read as 195.135, not 135. Okay, after decimal we read the number 1 by 1. Okay, the number of digits after the decimal point is known as the number of decimal places. Thus, this decimal has 2 places of decimals. As you can see, there are 2 digits after decimal. That means it has 2 places of decimal. 2.318. It has how many places of decimal? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Similarly, this decimal has 4 places of decimal. Okay. Let's do the example 1. Write the following as decimal. Okay. So, first one is given 8 by 10. Okay. You will write it as 0.8. Okay, 7 by 100, you will write it as 0.07. Okay, example 2, you have to express the following as decimal fractions. 2, 3 by 10. See, this is the whole number. Okay, so we will convert this into decimal fractions. So what will we get? 2 plus 0.3, that is 2.3. Okay, and 3, 7 by 100 is what? 3.07. Okay, let's do exercise 13.1. What you have to do here in question number 1, write each of the following as decimals. 7 by 10 is what? 0.7. 3 by 100 is what? 0.03. Okay. Converting decimal into fractions. Rule: take the decimal without decimal point as numerator. Then as denominator with 1, add as many as zeros as decimal places the decimal has. Example, express the following as fractions or mixed numerals. See, we have 0.75, okay. So what will you write? 75, and then you will put 2 zeros in the denominator, okay. See, the rule, what does the rule say? Take the decimal without decimal. Take the decimal without decimal, and then as denominator write with 1 add as many zeros as decimal places the decimal has. See, it has how many places? 1, 2. So we will write 2 0 after 1. Okay. Next one is 0.035. First we will write decimal without decimal. So we will write here 35. Then we will put 1 in the denominator, and then how many zeros you gonna put here? See, 1, 2, 3. There are 3 decimal places, so you will add 3 zeros, right? Next, decimal fractions in place value chart. We know that place value of 5 in 8 to 52 is 50. You know that very well. Place value of 8 is what? 800, and place value of 2 is 2. So we write 852 as 800 plus 50 plus 2 in the expanded form. Okay. Now, what about the place value of digits in 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4? The place value of 1 is 1/10. This is 10th place, this is 100th, 1000th and 10,000. So, place value of 1 is 1/10, or you can say 0.1. Place value of 2 is 2/100 because it is at 100th place, or 0.02. Okay, then place value of 3 is what? 3/1000 or 0.003, and place value of 4 is 4/10,000 or 0.0004. Okay. Now let us consider another example. Similarly, you will do this example also. 3, place value of 3 is what? It is at 10th place, so we will write it as 3/10 or 0.3. Okay. 4 is at 100th place. Okay. Now we will write 4/100 or 0.04. 9 is at 1000 place, so we will write 0.009. Also, you can also write it like 3/10 plus 4/100 plus 9/1000, or you can also write it like this. Okay. So similarly, you can write 0.4567 as 4 tenths plus 5 hundredths plus 6 thousandths plus 7 10,000ths. Okay. Or you can express this like this. Okay. Now, like and unlike decimals. Decimals having the same number of decimal places are called like decimals. For example, as you can observe here, there are 2 decimal places, 2 decimal places, 2 decimal places. So these are like decimals. And decimal fractions having different number of decimal places are called unlike decimals. Okay. For example, it has 1 decimal place, 2 decimal place, 3 decimal place. So these are unlike decimals. Okay. Now comparison of decimals. Rule to compare 2 or more decimals, first convert them into like decimals, then compare the whole numbers. If they are same, compare the 10th digit. If the 10th digit are same, then compare the 100th digit and so on. For example, we have to compare these decimal pairs, 4.32 and 2.8. First, what will you do? We will compare the whole part. Okay. So, whole part, here 4 and here 2, which one is greater? Obviously, this one is greater. Okay. And in B part, 9.32 and 9.38, if you notice it carefully, the whole part is same. Then you will compare 10th, the digit which is at 10th place, 3, 3, again same. Then move on to next place, which is 100th place, here 2, here 8. So, which one is greater? Obviously, 8 is greater. Okay. Let's do exercise 13.2. Fill in the circles with greater than, less than or equal as the case may be. Okay. 3.45 or 2.921. Okay. First, you will think that this number is greater because it has more number of digits, but this is wrong. We will first look the whole number. Here 3 and here we have 2. So, which one is greater? Obviously, this one is greater. Okay. Addition of decimal fractions. To add 2 or more decimals, we follow the procedure given below. Rule 1. If the given fractions are not like fractions, then change them into like fractions. Rule 2. Arrange the numbers in column form so that the decimal points of all the addends are in the same column and digits having the same place value are in the same column. Rule 3. Add the digits as in the case of whole numbers. Rule 4. In the sum, put the decimal point directly below the decimal point of the addends. Okay. So let's add 8.32 and 11.732. Okay. See, these are not the like fractions. So first of all, what will we do? We will change them into like fractions. How? Just add 0 here. Now they have become the like fractions. Now add 8.320 decimal 73211. Okay. Remember student, decimal should be under decimal. Okay. If you write this as, okay, let me show you. If you write this number as 111.732, this is totally incorrect. Okay. Always remember, decimal should be under decimal. So first you will put decimal here, then write the digits which are at the right side of the decimal, 732. Then left side. Okay, now add as we add ordinary numbers. 2 plus 0 is 2, 3 plus 2 is 5, 7 plus 3 is 10. So you will write here 0, 1 carry over here and then decimal. 8 plus 1, 9 plus 1, 10. 1 carry, 1 plus 1, 2. So 20.052 is the answer. Exercise 13.3. 0.5 plus 3.7. So we will add them up. 7 plus 5 is 12. 1 carry. Decimal. 7 plus 1, 3 plus 1 is 4. 4.2 is the answer. Okay. Next, subtraction of decimal numbers. Like addition, we subtract decimal numbers as we subtract whole numbers. Follow these rules. Rule number 1, if the given decimals are not alike, we convert them into like decimals. Rule number 2, arrange the numbers in the column form so that the decimal points of both the numbers come under the same column. Also, ensure that digits having the same place values are in the same column. Rule 3, subtract as in the case of whole numbers. Rule 4, in the difference, put the decimal point of the two numbers. Example, you have to subtract 8.1 from 16.25. These are not like fractions, so first you will make them like. So there are two decimal places, so we will add here 0. Okay, now subtract 16.25, then 8.10 and subtract like we subtract the whole numbers, right? 5 minus 0 is 5, 2 minus 1 is 1, decimal. 16 minus 8 is 8. So 8.15 is the answer. Okay, now let's do exercise 13.4. 36.46 minus 16.37. Okay, you cannot subtract 7 from 6, so you will borrow from here. 16 minus 7 is 9, 3 minus 3 is 0, decimal. 6 minus 6 is 0, 3 minus 1 is 2. So 20.09 is the answer. Okay students, now you will do the practice of remaining questions.